Alright, so I delivered to a Walmart, and you know they doing the test for the stuff that's going on and everything. And I thought it was gonna be bad, but it wasn't that bad at all. So I thought I'd tell you what it is if you haven't been to Walmart. All they do, they ask you about 5 to 6 questions, then they pull out the ray gun and they point it at your forehead. Now, let's go ahead and let's just go ahead with the go ahead, all right? That ray gun, that little gun that they point, that you see in all like over in China and everything, they point it to your forehead. I feel like that's the beginning of mind control, all right? It's the beginning of some mind control. So when they point it at your forehead, your frontal lobe controls your action. They point it at your frontal lobe. They say it's to check your temperature. But in all actuality, I think they just implanted me with some nanotechnology, all right? They implanted me with some nanotechnology. Now when I drive past the 5G tower, all right, I'm gonna be susceptible to suggestions, okay? All right? So now, if I drive by a 5G tower after I done been hit with a ray gun and I got nanoparticles digging into my brain, into my scalp, and straight to my forehead, to my brain, my frontal cortex, ain't no telling what's gonna happen. Ain't no telling what kind of videos y'all gonna get now. It ain't my fault, all right? It ain't my fault. I gave in to the system. They hit me with some rays. Look, I thought I just saw a UFO just now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I thought I just saw a UFO. You know what I'm saying? They got me. Nah, the test isn't actually that bad. They ask you if you got a dry cough, where if you vape, you smoke for years or something like that, you're going to have a dry cough. All right. They ask you if you've been out the country for something other than business. They just ask you a few questions, and they take your temperature. Now, I asked them, have you had people to come in that's temperature behind? They were like, yes, not today, but they have. I was like, well, what do you do with them? They said they have them pull off to the side and make a phone call. That's all I know. That's all. I was like, well, is that it? He was like, we just have them pull off to the side and make a phone call. Now, what that phone call might be, I don't know. Maybe they got to get out, drop their trailer, and somebody in a hazmat suit come out with the yard dog and get the trailer and then go about their way. I have no clue. None whatsoever. But I thought it was interesting. I probably should have got the stats before I pulled off to go drop this trailer so they can get me unloaded. Now, these rates out here are extremely, extremely bad. I don't care if your truck is paid off. It's just that, you know, you're used to making a certain amount of money going to certain areas. Okay, I understand. I used to get $2,000 to go in that area. Now it's $1,600. Well, now it's like $800. No matter what board you're on, you know, if you go to some of these free boards like Coyotes, the JB Hunts, the stuff like that, you're gonna see lows on there for like 98 cents. I saw lows as low as 69 cents. I want to say. So I'm at a loss right now. I'm at a loss right now, and what I mean by that is that if the load is cheap, then it's going to have to be extremely light, and I'm going to have to take that load with a purpose. Meaning I'm on my way back home, so I'm going to take this little, you know, 10,000 pound, 5,000 pound load for $1.69 or something like that. And I'm only getting 76% of that $1.69. Got to keep that in mind on every load that I pick. So I came out here now, and I'm looking around like the closest I can get to making some decent money, I will have to head over to Memphis to run Amazon freight. They're doing about $1,500 round trip. All the trailers is light, and basically you go out, I guess you drop the trailer, grab another trailer, bring it back. It's like $1,500 a trip. round trip, which is technically decent money. Why I say that is decent money? Because in this economy, you got to adjust. And there's two reasons why I'm saying this, but you got to adjust. But if I'm just running out and coming back with trailers that's 10,000 pounds or less, making about $1,500 a round trip, and they don't send you so far out where you can't get back, from what I was told. So I might run 300 miles up there, 300 miles back, 10-hour shift, $1,500. It's $1,500 plus 100% of the fuel surcharge. I get that anyway, and I think they said that the last they checked, the fuel surcharge was going for about 20 cents a mile. So add that on top of the 1,500. That's the closest I get. But the thing is, I will have to get from California to Memphis. That is the problem. I'm looking on the DAT board. These brokers out here is just, I don't know if they're robbing us or they just don't have the freight. I don't know. And the reason why I say that is because normally there will be 5, 6, 7, 800 loads in a particular area. There's like four or five major areas throughout the U.S. where you can always find decent freight, or an abundance of freight. I ain't gonna say that the freight pay good, but it's at least an abundance of freight. But I'm looking on the board and they're showing loads going from Fremont, California into like Illinois. Let's say if that's 1,200 miles, they're paying you $11.50 for that. Who's gonna run that? You want to pay me less than $1 a mile to pull something 40,000 pounds, where I'm going to have to hit the mountains? Well, I'm not going to hit the mountains. I'm going to drop back down towards LA. But even the lows going back down towards LA, like going back down towards LA, I used to complain because they want to give you $1.40, $1.30, $1.20. Now it's literally 68 cents, 78 cents, 95 cents. You might even get upwards close to $1.01 to go back down to California, which going back down to California, the freight doesn't pay as well. But if you can find something light, you got to remember, you got to hit that grapevine, all the mountains down to 5 to get over that hump to get down into LA. All that's fuel you're burning. That's all fuel you're burning. Now, the other thing about Northern California is you used to be able to run high dollar loads from Sacramento, Stockton. Okay, shout out to Coinbase. Sacramento and Stockton, you can run them up to Oregon or Washington, and they usually pay decent money. It'll be like 600 miles for maybe $1,700-$1,800. But right now, it's just not a lot of freight. The volume of freight is down. The volume of freight is just down. It's just down for the owner ops, for a lot of us that don't have direct contacts or direct contracts. So you kind of try to figure out, well, what you're gonna do. Should I go ahead and take this cheap freight over in the Memphis area, and then call my guy over at Amazon and go ahead and run that? Because technically I was supposed to be doing the same thing, but I was supposed to be doing it in Southern California, which right now, the way that LA traffic is, this would be the perfect time, because I can knock a load out in no time, because the highway patrol ain't really messing with drivers doing about 65 right now. You really gotta be doing some erratic driving for them to actually bother you. And these drivers out here taking advantage of that crazy. Me, hey, I'm just out here doing 55 miles an hour on cruise control, listening to some oldies but goodies, okay? That is all that I'm doing. That is it. All right? That'd be silly for me to even come on here and say that me as a driver is running 65 miles an hour in California. Come on, man. Please, people, don't be stupid. Don't show yourself speeding. Come on, man. But these drivers are out here taking my doors. They're out here taking my doors because I'm driving the speed limit. You know what I'm saying? But the volume of freight seems to be down, and one of the things that I'm hoping is that, like, okay, where's the boost going to come from? And the only way you can get the boost is you got to open up the economy. Now everybody is Trump talking about opening up the economy, but that ain't gonna do nothing but spread this virus some more. So what are we supposed to do? Like, if I had my own truck and the way that the spot market stuff is looking now, I just go drive for like an LTL. Be home every day until the market bounce back. Every day or every other day. And I really was considering that. I'm just having issues. I can't get my hazmat. If I would have got my hazmat, I probably would have been on with a FedEx or UPS at this point, because you know, it's bad out here. It's bad out here. The mega carriers are hanging in there because they got all the direct freight, they got all the contracts or whatnot. They know how to easily get them. So yeah, I don't know. I'm so used to making X amount of dollars a week, and I thought it would just, you know, you get in your truck and you're like, all right, well, I need to take home 2, 3, 4 grand, so I'm gonna need to go here, and here. For me, it'd be California, Texas. I'm gonna either go Florida, then dead head out to Georgia, or I'm gonna go Texas, run up to Michigan, Milwaukee, grab one of those beer loads that's paying about 4 or 5 grand, back down towards Southern California, call it a day. You know, I'll take the long way around. I don't run the 80 going through Wyoming no more. If I don't have to, I'm not gonna run it. But that stuff isn't there no more. The people to make the product isn't there no more. The warehouses to load the product isn't there no more. The shipments coming from China to come over here for them to put the products together is not there no more. Like I said earlier, I was supposed to do Amazon out here in Southern California, but my Amazon rep told me Amazon warehouses were depleted. And then I see a YouTube video and an article about how they're not accepting third-party products right now. So all of them are worried about going out of business because they got to lay off their employees because they're not able to ship stuff to Amazon to be placed on the market, to be sold, to be put on our trucks, to be moved to wherever. You know, it's several kinks in the chain right now. As far as the stimulus check go, yeah, my wife got the stimulus check, so you know, that's a great thing. And from what I was told, we don't have to pay it back. But I don't know. It's a little rough out here right now. You know, and it just goes to show, like, the complaining that we was doing because rates wasn't where they were in 2017. So in 2018 we complaining. Now 2018 in 2019 we complain about the rates because they wasn't where 2018 was because of the boom or whatever. And now 2020 the freight just hit rock bottom. The brokers are keeping as much as they can. The drivers are driving for little to nothing because of fuel. Now the fuel discount out here is amazing right now in California. With my discount, I'm getting like $1.25 off cash price. So I'm able to top my tanks off for like maybe like $190, which I've never done in the history of my driving career. I think I've been driving about 5-6 years now. You see me looking over this way, it's because there's a trainer over there trying to teach a student how to back up. You know, any driver that's been through that, you tend to want to see how the teacher, the mentor, or whatever you want to call it, teaching a student. So it's a thing to behold. But as always, and as everything, we're going to have to weather this storm. Everybody's making jokes about the stimulus check. This is what they're going to do, but in all actuality, stimulus checks help. They helped. They're going to help, or they have helped, or that money can be put to good use. I'm not going to tell you what to do with the money. Do what you need to do with it. If you want to spend $100 to go get you 1,000 top ramen to weather the storm, just keep in mind, in 5-10 years, you might have to pay that money back in high blood pressure and sodium and livers and kidneys and stuff like that. But the rates are abysmal out here. Everybody that needs to make money can't make money because everybody's trying to hold on to the money. This thing that's going on with the thing that Trump said, I shared did I share it on YouTube? I know I shared it on Facebook. I forget his name. But they was talking about what Trump said about these JB Hunt, YRC, which I got stock in, FedEx, UPS, and some of these other people are going to be some of the major players. And from what this guy was saying, that JB Hunt is going to be the one that set the price for the freight. I don't know how true that is or whatnot, but it was an interesting listen to. So I'm gonna go ahead and share that after I post this video. If I haven't shared it on YouTube already, just go ahead and listen to what he's saying, and you could take it, you could take it with a grain of salt or whatever, but it's a rabbit hole to go down and see what's really going on out there. Nobody's profiting. Well, the little guys out here, the middle class, the upper middle class, are really not profiting off anything right now. Everything you do is you're trying to save money. Now, I remember back in the day, one of the owners of JB Hunt, he said he would take any load as long as he made at least $1. It was either a penny or $1. And that's all cool, fine, and dandy, but when it comes down to it, we got repairs, we got tires, brakes, what are you willing to sacrifice to weather this storm is what I'm asking. Are you willing to go ahead and take that cheap freight because you do got bills to pay? Some money is better than no money. Is that the mentality that you have? Is that the mentality that I should have? Like, hey, if I did take that $800 load that would normally be $1,800, at least I still made $200 to bring to the house after all was said and done. San Diego is hiring for tow truck drivers. Because people running out of fuel. You shouldn't be running out of fuel right now. So do you just adjust? I think I saw B Smooth said, man, you should have enough money in the bank to last a year. Well, I don't. A lot of people don't. My wife is still working because she's an essential worker. I'm still working. So we're fine when it comes to the money. It's just that I'm used to making a certain amount of money to bring to the table. And for me to get that money, I'm going to have to do some strange things. Some kind of strange. And that's why I was looking at the power only loads where I could just pick up a brand new trailer, fill it with some money, and run it and deliver it, drop it, and do it over again, make things a lot more complicated for me. I was also thinking about just trying to maneuver my way over to Memphis. Now, the only thing I'm afraid of is that I get over to Memphis, that this run would only last for like a week. So that means all that wear and tear and time it took me to get over to Memphis, because that's about a three and a half day run. Give or take the loads. Because basically if I pick up a load, I got to deliver that load. So that's going to be a day wasted delivering the load. Then I got to make sure I have another load lined up to pick up, run, shut down, get. So that's why it'll take me a little bit of time to get over there, because I'm not just going to deadhead over there. I want to make some type of money. And should I just go and just grab the lightest load that I can for the amount of money? I don't know. So it'd be great if some people get on here and talk about strategies. I can't go into the ports. I was definitely I don't want to sit too long because I don't know what's going on with the truck as far as Capital 19 and quality and Celadon and all this other stuff. So I want to kind of get out there and make as much money as I can before I even think about going back company. But because this year, I tell you, when I tell you that, I was focused on just, I'm out. I'm about to take all these loads. I'm about to save up at least, 20, 30,000 and go to the auction. Give me a truck, set it down, run again, make sure the truck is up to par, and then go on about my way. That was the game plan. And it doesn't, the way the market's looking right now. When should the market pick up? When will the market pick up? Summertime? I don't know. When is this stuff going to be lifted? This is a what do you call it when something breaks the norm? Conundrum. Unforeseen something. I don't. There's a word that I'm looking for that I can't think of right now, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Shout out to all y'all for watching the video. Hey, I know I'm usually peppy and everything, but as you see, my mind is working to see if I can maintain. I need to maintain a certain amount of revenue, and I'm trying to put myself in the right mind to do it. Like having to take this cheap freight. I don't want nothing no 40,000. No, 15,000 pounds or less. Fuel is extremely cheap, so that kind of offsets some of the money. I guess you could say I'm trying to justify why I'm about to take this BS that the country is offering right now. If I can get on with Walmart, I'll probably drive for Walmart or something. Walmart, UPS, FedEx, Old Dominion, Yellow. I ain't driving for no CRST though. Inside joke. Hey, this is the right brother. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this up. Look for that video. I'm gonna share it here in a little bit if you haven't seen it. Other than that, I'm out. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. All right, it's TRBZ, baby. Yeah.